today I am playing some more Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, despair. Well, let's go to the glass trial. Well, looks like it's failed. Now
then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Please, Makuma, tell me all about the class trial.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Hey, can't have Yaku's portraits too small for him to fit in it, huh? Makuma, I think I know that already, but I guess you should tell me because I am playing a different game.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
I don't understand why anyone would kill each other just to leave a fucking amazing island like this. I actually like it here more than I like the outside world.
Such a cruel rule.
That's great.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
No, that's correct. There is no killer now. Everyone bathed in the light of hope that shines from that.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you.
Really? I don't believe that.
Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Right.
By the way, this class trial is going to be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
Great.
I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate monogamy, of course.
Everyone hates monogamy. Every time I get off of an internet one, I'm just like, yeah, I gotta check if my video's actually still working. I'm just gonna have it open inside here. Okay,
You hate me that much?
of course.
Now, let's begin. Settle this with our fists.
I agree with that idea.
Were you even listening to the rules?
It is rules and you can punch people.
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
But you're also a suspect because you weren't there.
Yeah. What you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
Yeah. It's just obvious.
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Yep.
Huh? What does that mean?
It means Fujiko probably not even a flipping killer. Well, hopefully it's not that one.
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds? The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. If we can do that... No, think about it, it is a waste of time. I can't think about what would happen if I failed. What would I do as the ultimate protagonist? That's my talent stick with the ultimate protagonist. I just don't know it yet. Just don't know it until I get to chapter whatever. I have to do this no matter what. So that's how I finally started, yes. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. But it's always going to be random places that you're going to be annoyed. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-painting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other, without any breaks. Like the YouTuber's going to have during this video. Damn you. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statement. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they said. And that equals getting your flipping truth pistol out ready to shoot everyone. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Equally, you gotta choose wisely about which one you shoot at people. Use the left stick to move the reticle, then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statement and choose your truth bullet to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the offense button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Wait a minute, is there like more than one truth bullet in this time for the first trial? Because if it is, then it's going to be interesting. Make sure, can't you just put on start the bit? Yes it is, well, okay.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Yep.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
Yes.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Take a knife could have been moved.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
I remember all the goals.
No, that's wrong.
Don't you go? Oh, that's much faster.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Because I said so.
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table.
Did you see any mark showing that he was killed beforehand?
Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
I think the look of surprise on his face, because Markham said there's surprise on his face, is probably from him realizing that he didn't have enough fat in his body to be stabbed through.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
You never have genius ideas.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
The most useful thing that little devil has said.
I respond better to praise, you know.
I know, but praise is not worthy for you.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Yeah.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
Nagito looks very sad. He's just like, why did it have to be one? Why did it have to be the fat guy? Let's go into a nice zombie. Let's go into make zombie apocalypse series correct.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
He probably thought the apocalypse had begun and the zombies would get eaten first.
Obviously he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Since when?
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
He vowed to keep all of us safe, so I don't see a point in him diving into the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
And that table is like half the room away from him.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Eating all the food. The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during... But I hate that that's the truth about it. Nope. The reason Bianca dove in the table, if it connected to what it was doing during the party when it's probably knife.
I can prove it with this. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Yeah, probably is.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
And then was stabbed 28 times in the abdomen.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right? Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table. No, that's not possible.
How?
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
Yeah, there's just... I don't think there's as much arguing, like, as much. I think there's a psychotic teddy bear in every real court case. I would prefer to just not have these tiny tutorials. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. Of course, no matter how many weak spots there are, there will be only one lie or contradiction under the debate at a time. You hurt me so, game. This means there will be false weak spots, of course. If you shoot a false weak spot with a triplet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with them and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful and try not to press the restart button 50 times. I know the narrator did, or he wouldn't have known all this stuff. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. I will never, ever get fed up with this game. However much I like complain about stuff, I will never get fed up with this game. Also, if you're concentrating by holding down the R1, but I already have it. Please use it whenever you feel like statements are moving too fast for you to aim. I just use it anyway. I don't care if there's an achievement for not using it. But this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. Sure. If you press the options button during the blah blah blah, you can move it to control. Well then, good luck and have fun. Hooray! Okay. Make my argument. Don't stop debate time. Okay.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout. That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black.
There's no boot you couldn't see.
It was so dark I couldn't see my boot.
And that's so terrible.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong!
30 days. I am more correct than everyone in this entire room.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Yeah, focus afterwards disagrees with me.
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
What?
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
But how was he under How was he stabbed in the fluffy stomach and neck and everything when he was under a table where his entire body took up the entire area he was crawling on? Stupid. Were you surprised when I heard a sudden argument out there? I thought I was going to be going into a bullet time nonsense thing. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Great. Just kidding, I'm sorry. I hate you. Yeah, I hate you, narrator. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you'll go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. Did they hear that some people didn't like the flipping bullet time nonsense thing? In this mode, you have to counter the opponent's claims for the weak spot and argue against them. Great. To counter the other person's remarks with direct shit. Based on the shape of the remark, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonal. It's just a flippy sword battle. And based on that, you can skew the debates, move to your advantage. Great. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. Okay, so I'm hearing just hit statements and it works then. Okay, in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, a number is the sharpness of your counter display. This is the number of times you can cut the mark to one round of debate. Okay, great. You will do count the sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. Great. When the move serves to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument change. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the move towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please review any weak spots with the triangle button. I have to say the controls are a bit confusing for some of this stuff. Like, the narrator makes it sound harder than it is. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, great. It really is a sword fight, okay. You will not be able to cut any opponent's remarks. What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry, it appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure that the person in charge of contacting you makes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades because we have to put truth in front of something to make it part of this game. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? Great. If you press the option button, I can look into controls. Great, okay. Well then, good luck and have fun, and now go have fun. I'm now going to. Ball showdown, okay, Nigel, okay. How about
if you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision guns. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they use night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
For holding your argument. Okay,
because if they use night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
That's okay. Was it not hard?
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Yeah. Okay, I'm waiting for later trials where that gets even more complicated and confusing and annoying.
Definitely? But why?
The aluminum case. You know, the case that was in the room and wide open and had a flipping case that looked like it had that you could put flipping goggles in there.
Inside the duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party. We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
I never thought you knew clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case.
Yeah, down over the fucking cave.
Since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
When you use common sense, it makes flipping more sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
No.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
No, he had a flipping shotgun in there.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought in the deal in the case along with the night vision goggles too. I don't think so. No, that's not possible. That's impossible. The knife was hidden in the hall before the party ever started. I should be able to prove it. Duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
I just noticed how his eyes look like they're fucking like reticles or like a fucking like a sight on a gun.
Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
I don't sound so excited to say stuff.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
Okay, let's bring up that letter that was in his room.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
Yep.
That's true. He went above and beyond, being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well.
Yep.
It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Just didn't know whose murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
No, he wasn't in possession of the Illuminati at all.
You think so too, right, Hajime?
That's right, Ryoko would have known where possible murder. YouTube 3, give me more time to read that thing right here so I can read the like 20 lines a second. Okay. Magic that one.
I can prove it with this! Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
But you know, do I just carry it around with me? Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. You better be careful though. So very careful for every single death that I will commit if you do not stop me.
Hey, the hell is this?
I know, he is very bad at sentences.
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
No one knows.
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Malcolm doesn't get involved.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Don't tell lies in book of reading.
Those are still lies! Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
Byakuya thought ahead for like 90% of this stuff. He didn't think about the last 10% where he could have been the victim.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
That Tagami was an idiot.
I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
He wasn't our leader, he just said he was our leader, and we just went with it.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
No one knows.
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
I'd be willing to come forward even if I did. I'll just do it after a very long fucking class trial because I wanted everything to be interesting. But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
Yes, please, go ahead, Miss Nevermind.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used the mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his... Go on, Pain.
I see! What if the glowing pink was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint.
I can't wait to get the questions where they don't even make it not relevant. In my opinion.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
Person knows the one thing about the protagonist so far, they all have flipping amazing hoge.
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They probably set it up.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Or maybe the killer thought since the blackout happened they could murder.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Why? Like, that thing was way too high. No one could have hit that flipping switch to turn that on.
Which means it was you! Pekoyama!
The one name that I don't think you guys is someone who's literally to kill.
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers? Not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
This is big enough for food.
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
Right, she's got that flipping sword in her hand that would be big enough to do anything about that circuit breaker.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped.
Out. I don't believe that one bit. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-coloured weak spots will start appearing. Like blue-coloured weak spots. There, okay. If we call the weak spots, or seen up till if we call the weak spots we've seen up until now argument spots, the blue-coloured weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with triplets, you need to flip your way. You need to flip your way of thinking. If they're arguing that the other person has to contains lies or mistakes, please find the truth where that proves the other person's testimony is correct. And I thought this game wasn't confusing enough. when your truth bullet is merged with their weakness, it will become a logical, sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. You press the options button and flip it off. Argument, you can review the controls. Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun. Sure. This game knows that I'm. Okay, at some point. Okay, so his account was best. Okay.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused a blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
I will always agree.
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
I think I know where she was until after the blackout.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
I am not.
It's nothing like that at all. Nikumaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I mean this year. I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Peko.
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. Shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
God, Nakaba's great character.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
Second one.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I can't.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
Yeah, Toto doesn't know how to cook shit.
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach.
So what happened when we tried to talk to you? Okay.
Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Toto, think straightly.
Seriously, stop it. But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
He did the investigating of how long he could sleep until Marikina found him.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Peko's stomach aches was the coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Okay, let's see. Was it stomach pain or was it just a coincidence? If it was a coincidence, it was worth a minute. My husband got the basically tried a knife, party dishes, and embarrassing pain.
Did you eat anything weird?
post, I don't want
I
to
don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
If Pegasus mistakes was a coincidence or if someone intended for the cause, it needs to clarify that first.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
I don't.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No,
That's wrong.
That's right.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall.
Because the carne ate the top.
Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
Go sleep for or something.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
This bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pekko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
It's so obvious that one of those two is going to die because they keep flipping arguing.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
I see now why one person said it's them.
Trashy skank?
I feel bad for me, cunt. As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how the blackout occurred. To another non-stop debate. We could be going. I'm the scoreman? Sure.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that.
I agree with that. You did something useful.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Wait, oh man, I'm afraid to get punched in the face by that.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Oh yeah, it's the AC timers as well, from the AC. Yeah, the AC seems electric as well.
That's inexcusable!
Do you have any evidence? Okay then. AC
The
timers.
irons in the storage room caused the blackout. Then for the killer to turn the irons off, you're saying they went all the way to the storage? And that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall were... If the irons caused the blackout...
Allow me to cut through those words.
Let's go.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger.
I can't help it if I figured out some of the answers.
The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
The irons pushed it to its limits. Then when the air conditioners went on, it this power cut and mine
Air conditioners!
I know. They're most useful items ever where the power's down.
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
Another thing though, how those two are those two parts like Nekomaru's like eyes just like
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too.
Again, that's the best nickname I've ever heard anyone give Byakuya, and I will never forget it. Just think about it. Are those flies in a battle of football or something?
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout.
Look at his eye scars. Like, those have gotta be like proper scars. And like, did he get into a fucking fight with a bear or something? I need to know this stuff.
I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Is that actually like I had to Google sites that way.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
Who would have that time to do stuff like that?
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Do you? I need to know what.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Miss Sonia is so impressionable. I'm surprised how quickly having this trick to it into marrying them.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Well, did they?
Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
No, he deserves to die infinite deaths. He deserves to die infinite deaths.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
Especially you, Madam 8.
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time, and maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry.
Because hope will prevail in the end.
Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Oh no, exactly.
So, what happened to you?
I'm talking about hope in my Bagel Society.
Huh? What do you mean?
The Bagel Society will rise Hajime.
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right?
I'm thinking, who would have the time to do... What is it? It could be Teruto, or Nagata's Teruto would have had to bring all the food and stuff over.
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners.
And like, Nagato could have done it since he was cleaning.
Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
I'm starting to doubt you, Nagato, I don't know why.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
That's it, I've been looking at the blackout, how the blackout was caused. Let's go on with this
Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Maybe 45 minutes. No.
That might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
Why is this starting to sound like one of those things where it's just like they have like a happy ending for like everything?
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point.
If you say anything around giving up, I'm going to contradict every statement you make.
Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Okay, so technically you're saying give up.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Yeah, I've only just noticed that you've gone a bit insane over hope recently. Hajime, I taught you a lot about my flippin' bagel society. I wasn't listening, Nagito. I was a bagel.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
I know something wrong with you too, Nagito.
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior.
I'm being this hopeful. There's no way anyone could be that hopeful.
Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is.
But we do.
I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I only consider 2 people in this entire class trial a friend.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
Listen, how is it only one person can shift everyone's beliefs into just give up?
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Nagito, your persuasive ways always work, I don't know how. But I agree with you, Nagito. Yeah, let's just fail the class trial here, so I'll just let the time again.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
At that moment, I put some sense into Nagito. Instead, it made him more crazy.
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think.
Did you say something?
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. So we do have a clue about a suspicious person, I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
But how did they get to the table?
No, not that. I mean before that.
If you start asking how the killer got close to the table, if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint in order to do that, they needed to get close to the table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
And the thing about it, everyone just carry all the evidence with them in their pockets. Just like I thought, this diagram is a clue. Hey! Nagito is very close to that flipping cable. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table is I believe that makes it Nagito. I know why Nagito to die. He's a nice guy, I hope. That's clearly shown in this diagram. Please make it something I don't care about. First we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to the table in the dark. He'll probably use something to help them move in the dark. Select spark.
Here!
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
No, dude, this is a claw.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
It's I got it, so I'm not denying it. Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp. The power core.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
Look at that, like... Is that just like a very flipping heavy desk lamp or something? They would have had to pull on that power cord to make sure that they were going the right way.
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
It was obviously me, Hajime. No, it's not. Who? No, it's dead. Mr. Tomato himself. The only person here who could have possibly done it. Tomato. Sad. Why, Tomato? Why did you do it?
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
It pains
Judging
me
from
so much.
everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
It hurts me so much to blame Nagito.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
Or Hajime, who's hurt around.
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
When you were cleaning, Nagito. Was his chance to hide the right? When he was cleaning.
Let's see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife. That's... If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Wait, I'm just thinking like he would have had to go in at some point.
Seriously? That's all just a coincidence.
Well, I do highly doubt Nagito. I do raise the thing that Tato is in stuff.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Yeah, most of the time it is.
You see? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
No, he took it to his own
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
I already prepared the drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. Go to the trouble of preparing this, because what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning duty, okay? Does that sound fair? No.
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
Every year is ultimate luck.
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
And the fact that you want everyone to give up. It hurts me, guys.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either.
Yeah, I don't want to believe it either.
We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
I don't think he killed Byakuya, but I think he set up all the flipping power cut stuff.
Nagito, say something!
Yeah, there's no way Charles will be doing like an hour. Oh man, he's gonna burst up laughing, isn't he? Just with that face alone. He is.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death!
Yep. I can finally go crazy that.
How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Those are his. At the moment, Nagito's eye is the darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness were folded into each other. How could that happen? As if hope and despair had been cruelly mixed together.
We're
cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
No, that didn't close an argument before I could prove anything.
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark.
I flipping love the close arguments. Don't tell me they got rid of it.
And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
Well, not to seem insanely nuts.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
It wasn't interesting at all. It was barely an hour.
Byakuya performed admirably. Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
I believe I made that dream. I guess I really like it being not insane. Like if I just said that, you think sometimes the same like that.
Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys.
You are the ultimate after all. And he does adore every single last one of you.
I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless.
Your ultimate luck made it so everyone will believe you.
Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything.
Well, imagine there's a Danganronpa game with the main protagonist is called the Ultimate Persuasion, where all you had to do was just tell them who the flip you thought the killer was, and everyone would agree.
I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Wait, you just know how to persuade everyone.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
I gotta throw a horror movie down.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito? Nah,
hey Nagito, if you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
It's not painful to look at. It looks like it was rushed.
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think, somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
And how about the old-looking building near the hotel? Trust. Well, if it's just clean, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Yeah, he suggested the office. Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see they're full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you're staying there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office? I'm gonna forget this Byakuya voice for a very, very long time.
Oh, I
forever.
get it. If Echo was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
Or maybe the irons were already on.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
How does no one notice when someone does too many suggestions? I was just ignoring it because I really don't want to suspect Nagito of any murders.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
He didn't commit the murder. Let me guess.
What?
He didn't commit the murder.
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
I'm really sure he didn't. Like, literally, the way they confessed everything, I could tell that he had something to do with part of it, but he didn't actually kill.
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
Ultimate luck.
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Of course. Nagito's talent. I believe his talent is ultimate transporter, ultimate babyface. No, that's who you get. Ultimate unlucky student, ultimate lucky student. No, ultimate unlucky student. That'd be fun, yeah.
I see. You were the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
You are the only one who actually relies on their talent to actually get stuff done.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
He hates his talent, but he uses it so much. I'm left with the red mark. But still called the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore.
I got proof that you're not flipping killer because I don't want anything to get that done.
Importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, the despair it brings.
You talk about hope all the time, lad.
It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter.
Like, that's like bullshit with I've never heard. I'm starting to think that you know. I'm starting to think you're making order something to stop.
That was my only motivation.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's motivation would be that stupid. That was just stupid that I just wanted to go home.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn boat already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please! Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this?
Just spit it out. I can barely hear Nikon's voice over just music. It's like the music just randomly goes to stuff like
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
yeah, you seem a bit concerned.
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
I guess the knife couldn't have done the wounds.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
I feel so bad for Nico.
I'm sorry.
I'm so very sad for Nico.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
I have to hang up with Nagito first because I'm going to hang up with Nico.
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to your truth bullets will be will disappear if they touch these lines. Think of them as obstacles in your debate. Damn it. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted while the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise will not appear at all. In that case, all I mean is this explanation didn't mean anything at all. It has no meaning whatsoever, and it's just here to waste your time. And please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. Okay, if you press the options button during these increments, you can review the controls. Then, good luck. Okay. I'll have to do it. I'll see if I could shoot the white noise down anyway because I know the controls. What if it's a cat? Maybe it's a boost.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
I can't.
He has already confessed.
I really want that.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Oh, never mind. Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
Why does Miko think it's strange? Because she must know something that... Oh, the autopsy.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one he killed Byakuya with the knife he hid. No, that's wrong!
Time to go. I gotta say that every time.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
Speaking of, someone who didn't investigate one bit, you sure know about.
But based on the entries on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
And that knife is bigger.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse!
Not a whorehouse!
I'm so sad for Miko.
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Why is it? It's always the first, like everyone just gangs up on one person as soon as they can press like one tiny little thing.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
No, actually I said it.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Damn it, Chuck, he'd played too many flipping, like, Phoenix right to know all this
Like,
shit.
during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
I'm sure you went out.
Backs against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off. What happened during the blackout? Oh, if you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Thank you for that irrelevant nonsense.
Don't get distracted! Our lives are at stake, you know?
Yeah, but that's what you gotta say, more irrelevant nonsense.
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Probably this whole game.
Nobody can see in the dark. No matter how hard you think about it, the truth is beyond your sight.
Yeah, you can still hear.
Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's
always
not it.
clever.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond us, like, no, that can't be. There should be something way... somewhere to find out. Again, why is this a truth on it?
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For real?
That's so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Or maybe Nagito was beaten and he's just too embarrassed to say.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make.
Already passed all the stuff that you faked.
I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
Yep, yeah, then go.
Shoved you out? Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table.
And landed under the end.
That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So, Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife, and he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it. Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I'm not affected to that voice cut. I could interpret it as like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
I can assure you, I did not stab him.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
Yeah.
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles.
Wait a minute, don't tell me you're flipping on to it like as a relapse.
What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
And then you were gonna let us fucking do a fake decision?
Then we're right back to square one!
Of course.
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Okay, fine, this time, yeah, this is a bit late, we've done all that.
What other word is brimming with so much despair?
Talk about hope again, Nagito. You seem more insane when you do
But you
that.
can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward.
That's what I'm talking about.
Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Yep. Is Nagito really not the killer? Probably, but it's Nagito. They always keep the insane ones alive. Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? Or is this just his secret side that he doesn't want to show? Maybe he's afraid that my ultimate protagonist powers would stop him. No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. As simple as that. But now it's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya the killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. I hate it when we die. I don't want to die. Let's try suspended. Wait, suspended?
Well now.
Well now, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? Those of you who've figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their Santa melt away like butter. So if you guess right, I'll reward you with $1 billion. 10 billion instead of billion. I don't care about the 10 part. Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue
Now then,
on.
what are you gonna do?
Oh, I know who the killer is. Oh no, but I don't want my save data to go if he's actually joking. I'm gonna continue to get the killer challenge, don't get on. Is there a save button? When my save data melts away, I'm skipping straight to B3. You know what I mean, it. Just kidding. You can't make a choice, damn you. There's no way you'll be able to guess who the killer is, but I could.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
I didn't really care about the $10 billion, so I just wanted to see if I could actually guess the killer.
You're so evil!
You're villain. You truly are a villain. How dare you, Mikey? I really wanted to say, because I know the flipping culprit is. Dude, yeah, I got saved. Here is my turn now.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students?
What's the... Is this just exposition? Is this just exposition for all the people who forgot within like 24 hours what happened?
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it.
I can't doubt that this music isn't that bad.
'Cause I believe in everyone.
And I hate you, man, mate.
So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
I will not do that.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Yep.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
If it's 5mm in diameter, it must have been that missing iron skewer.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
Is there any other weapons at the scene?
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
I'm not talking about your looks.
You have to go break his heart. I just make him think Nagito looks clean because there's no blood in Nagito. Because Nagito isn't injured because Nagito doesn't have any dust on him. No blood.
Let's see. Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right?
That's so much.
There were even bloodstains
on the inside of the tablecloth.
I think once I've done this like chapter, I'm just gonna have like, I think I should do a different video after this. I've done non-stop Danganronpa for like ages.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
Please just let me choose it and not make me do a non-stop debate.
I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Please let me just choose. Yes, there's only one thing. Yep, okay. Only one thing. Okay.
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But how did he get it out of the room?
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
No.
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody. So there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
You don't understand anything. Why the Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different? They come off this album, like I say.
Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? It sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Yeah.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense.
I think you're trying to point out that they could have stabbed it from under the wide cracks in the floorboard.
Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
Ah, Byakuya could have pushed Nagito out of the way because he saw with the night vision goggles and someone was going to stab him. In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved hands, but no, not improved. Hangman's Gambit. What happened? The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. Great. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Great. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are two rules you must remember. One, if two different letters clash, you'll take damage. Two, if two of the same letter clash, they will fuse. You must make two of the same letters clash while you try not to let two different letters clash. What the flip is this? That's what's most important. What the... This is hurting my head now. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. Great. When you move the reticle while left stick and press the X while it's on top of that a letter, you can snatch letters like a vacuum. This is what is meant to catch the letter. However, you can only catch one letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the X button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aimed. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of letters and hit letters with each other. Great. Make sure you hit the same letter so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. Okay. By pressing the X button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the X button, and after you fuse them, fire with the X button. Okay. That's a whole lot of X buttons. If you just erase letters, you won't be able to do it again. Ultimately, the main goal of improved handling Gambit is completing the keyword. Display them. Please, just let me do the thing. This is so confusing. Display the question with the square button and figure out the keywords. What keyword drives to the question about lining up the keywords. Instead of pressing the X button to fire the letters, press the triangle button. If that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keywords in order based on the flow letters. Please think about the complete word. I hate you so much again. Also, if you leave a few letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? Did you press the option button during the controls? Well, then good luck. But I'm not sure how to. There was so much explanation for one thing. Please, Rocker got stabbed in a place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Isn't there the words of the clue I should try by reconceptions, and try to think about it. Something covered me. Just a little bit more, I have a feeling I can see something. I'm thinking that, like, how long do I actually it's on my brain for? I'm in it for like 20 seconds, like a second. I hate how well that topic is doing.
Got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
I don't know why is your influence scary to love. I don't know.
Under the floorboards?
Oh, why does no one think of this stuff?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table.
Okay.
If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
That's right, if I remember correctly, one person who should know how to get under the floorboards. There goes Gundam. Yes, I did get the last one.
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Your hellhound earring.
Referring to the hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the hellhound earring?
About that hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Damn it is. I found it. Truly, this is the hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern.
That's the fourth one. I know it.
Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
I'm trying to put my Gundam voice just works.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room. One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the hellhound earring with my own 2 hands.
I'm thinking like, was Gundam thinking that his hamsters had just ran away or something, they realized, gosh, shit, there's a floorboard hatch.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
Yep, your power to move, and maybe not even that heavy boxes.
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it.
Yep.
If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
Very true.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
You are a suspect. And Pekka is a suspect. We've already cleared out that Pekka is a suspect.
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Yeah, there's no way to get in to the floorboards on the outside. I know that Chucky said that Fuyuhiko never came in.
Who wasn't at the party again?
The tiny person next to
I
you.
didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monami over there can be my witness, right?
Yes! This Monami over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
As Nekomaru would put it, I was taking... So let's just go to the next
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout...
I'm just wondering, like, was there just only wine glasses? Only wine glasses, or one person decided to drink all of it out of a bottle?
It obviously has to be him.
Here you go,
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
If you didn't watch the first game, then watch it, because I'm not reading on this again. Okay. Okay, so the difficulty set to gentle, or white noise, whatever you've done. Well, you can still use the silence and flipping gentle, but that's funny. I gotta play a game on the game. Just bang 100 times. Press the action button, I can look at the control steps. Oh, good, I can have fun, great, okay. I'm gonna have more fun now that the silencer is invested in, even there's gonna be stuff covering the fucking remarks. Okay, Nakamura's a kind of good.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
I'll chuck his cup.
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
The culprit is self-evident.
Okay, so the only person who doesn't have an alibi during the party is he really the killer?
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at me without going to the store.
Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the fucking...
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
So
no, that's wrong.
So guys, you're not getting away with this.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
How do you forget that? Why about Fuyuhiko? Oh, hey, what are you doing here? All alone in a place like this? I'm standing guard so my camera doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault.
Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
He probably wanted to join him, but he was too mean to decide.
Shut up!
He said he was going for a walk.
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh, no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
When you were in the search for the how daring.
And someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
I disagree with, I agree with Gundam more than I agree with other characters, I don't know why.
During the party, it was probably during the blackout.
Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
Could have been Toto, he was the only one who wasn't in the dining hall during the blackout.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once
appears we're getting close to the final stage.
Yeah, you knew this was gonna happen all along, and I tell you, ultimate luck just loves playing out these plans.
The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
I'm gonna hate it as soon as I get to chapter 5, because then chapter 5... It has the trial that hurts me the most internally. Not because it's bad, just what happens. Okay, party dishes, fire doors. Oh, fire door, could be the fire door.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
I agree with that.
Do you agree with that?
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right?
Yes.
But where could they have found a light?
Look at this flippy equipment list, which I conveniently had in my pocket.
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
But I'm just thinking, like, did we just carry all the evidence in here with us and then Mike even puts it in a box behind each person? Just isn't that. Like, there's 24 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses, also iron plates for barbecues, and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and a portable stove. I don't recall seeing them on the shelves over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problem using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Let me guess. When did people say the light?
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
It's not that type of hole, sorry.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
You were caught in the act and now you're trying to cover it.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
I'm thinking, how did he get that tiny hat on his head?
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Sure.
No, that's wrong.
No, you went so as a guy to me.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
Of course. What does he mean battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. I'm not enjoying it at this moment in time. Damn it, there's no one going to lose against someone like him. I got flipping battle against Nagito, the ultimate sword battle ever. The battle of the best characters. Oh, that's cool. Version, tablecloth party, this is current list. Fire door.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Soon the portable stove was used as a light source, contradicting Kazuichi's testimony. I don't think that what Kazuichi said is wrong, I guess. For now I should offer.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words!
Sorry to go. Yeah, I prefer to go to you, Nagito. You don't say it to me.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You were pretending.
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
The real killer would have noticed. Must have noticed.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate...
protagonist.
Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Nah, that wouldn't work.
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Yeah.
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
Magic Nagito just says who it is.
You're obviously the killer, right?
Why do everyone still think it's Nagito? We've already proven that Nagito couldn't have killed them.
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
Also, you're telling me to call out the real killer? Is I really don't want to commit that person, but there's no other way, right? Professor used the hallways, fire doors covering, used the portable stove to move in the dark. I stuck under the floorboard and stabbed Yakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is you and only you. Terror. He looked very like this. Sonya just looks like what the hell did he mean by that? Wow. Seriously, someone tell me. Next one I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't care. Jack is just like, just let it hard to me, figure it out.
You're the only one! Terry. Could it be you? Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
If it is, then I will be very correct.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
I'm just thinking.
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, Please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Why is Nakato being treated like the killer?
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic?
You're the only one who went in the kitchen.
You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
I'm very...
Not like you.
No, actually, it's not like how I do you were back at
For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
Yep.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy? Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Isn't that poisonous to something? I'm not sure.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Yeah, why are you interfering, Nakato?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
You followed where the glowing paint was under the table. Could you see it?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboard.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark?
A glow-in-the-dark paint was on the floor.
That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
It was targeted by a mark. A mark. The mark. Okay, was targeted by a mark. What was the mark? I don't know. Details. Was that fun? That's not. Under the test, while the blood was discovered, a glow paint was assisted to coat this.
I can prove it with this!
Okay. How was it?
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah! By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark!
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously, I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
That's basically what you've been trying to make us think, hasn't you? Nagito, what did you tell him?
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
Oh, great. Nagito, you told him, didn't you?
You again? Just stop already!
No, it's Nagito. He can't stop. He has to tell everyone the great, hope-filling truth.
Now. You should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
He just shouted from under the floorboard.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Oh no, I forgot like half the characters' voices, but okay, fine.
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
Or he just shouted from under the floor.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you. I just
wonder how you could get that tiny hat on your hair.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
Yep. I love how Monomu's just flipping hung up there. Monica, but just keep her there. Just never let her go.
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Make an argument with the table block. Careful serving the table gaps in the floorboard.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was a recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
I just find it funny that, like, the second he said there's no way that he could be proved that there would be any contradiction, I just instantly just get one.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right?
Yep, so many gaps, so you could have stabbed through them.
So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
You've found out, can you just admit it already?
So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Your voice has changed. Are you doing a Celeste or you put a fake voice?
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asafu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar! If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
I was thinking, how did people keep their voice changes so good that they could shout in them?
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Then do not believe at all.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
I could.
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
I
Probably can.
Oh, you again.
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall or during the blackout is all the straight shot. Let's have to throw the question at him. Okay, so I get the death. Yeah, it was this.
I can prove it with this.
Yeah, it was this. So it did have a use.
If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back,
please tell us, what did Mikan look like?
then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time. Right.
Whoa, what? No! Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
I'm sorry, but I have to. I'm very sure the internet will love it.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
I'm just thinking, like, did you have to wear because of that? No, it's literally like, there can't be a reason for censoring. It could just be like the censor.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Can't just be sent to home,
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
Teru, knowing you probably remember it. You'd probably remember it so well that you would describe it in detail.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
I agree with Mahu for once.
Even so. Nagito, say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
No use. You understand him?
Yeah, I'm sure anyone who could join the fucking lines together properly could.
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Yeah, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the fucking
Come
weapon?
on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
That's it. I can just figure out what he's saying.
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
It's the eyes gear.
Judging from Byakuya's wound, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
It must be that missing iron skewer.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Nagpur, stop trying to divert stuff. Even though I agree with you 100% of the time, I have to point out that you're wrong sometimes.
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
That's not good enough at all.
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus on things about and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of 50 millimeters and at least 50 centimeters in length. I'm just thinking, whether that means those requirements might have been used as the crime scene. What's that? Thinking, that Hangman's Gambit is. Thinking, I'm thinking, I can be right. Can't be right. Damn it. Why did this happen? Damn it. Fucking W. That's it. Okay, so okay. I hate that so much.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Well, you just have to be incredibly lucky that none of them fucking spawn on top of each other.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Oh, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Why don't we bring this stuff up earlier?
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
Yeah.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Yep.
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Can we just get to the execution already? Finally, we are nearly at the we are near the end. Our cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to... Oh no, they did break that bullet-time battle, no! It will probably pay you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class part after all. He doesn't pay me at all, I don't care about that. Okay, you must argue against your opponents and destroy those soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down opponent excuses and nonsense. As the bullet time battles aside, the panic talk action. Panic. The PTA. Really? I'm sure it's a PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. This is stupid. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Make the tempo marker back to the tempo marker by pressing next time. And you will be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you will be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterwards, if you release the X button in time with the tempo marker, it will intercept the locked on remark and destroy it. By destroying the remarks, you will... It's just a bullet time battle.
What the hell you even saying, you stupid cutter hick?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I kind of guessed that.
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
If the ice go is the weapon, then hidden in the kitchen. Then hidden it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to push it right. But Yaka and I checked the kitchen before the party started. Which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? But they put actually another was in there. Was the weapon already hidden in there? What the? Could it have been in an unexpected place? I think it could be that fucking bone. That bone is massive enough. Would that be why did he hide a long weapon like amongst yours? Look at that bone. Didn't care about it. I didn't hide anything.
I'm not hiding anything.
No, I just a short version.
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
I ain't hiding anything. I must reveal the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Panic talk action.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know!
The flip?
Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable!
I can this is much flipping harder. I hate you so much, game.
Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know.
I think next time I got to do
Paris
this.
Hilton! Where would the weapon be?
Move on the phone.
This is the end!
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
Note to self, always read the tutorials.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
It seems there are no dangerous items like that skewing the casket either inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Phew, I thought I would have known that I wouldn't have known what to do if we said fish, birds, and meat bones. Those are dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now? I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now!
So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Why does the food you eat even know?
Alright. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
Yeah, I would like to say it.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Imagine my can eat it in 10 seconds.
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
He's already eating it.
I'm right here!
He's eating it, isn't he? Oh, he's eating it.
I'm already eating it! Ah, a bear that eats meat!
Don't all bears eat meat?
Wait. Now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, what is this? So yummy! Stillness, that's my meat! I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat.
You should really go check yourself for any diseases, because there was blood in that thing.
Look what came out.
Is that an iron skewer?
Yeah, probably is.
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone.
Akuya!
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone.
You're the type of person who would look at me come whenever she fell over and take pictures.
I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
No.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
No, I can't.
You're nothing but a bunch of poor loudmouth bad move eating hicks.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor loudmouth fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Never said a word about cooking on your grate.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly,
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all.
Yeah.
To do that, you need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Oh yeah, I guess about my manga series again. Go over the entire incident and then I can go Turko's Quran. That's what we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally time to... It's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Every case has one last... You mean my chest is throbbing? Yeah, I think I just did that purpose to annoy people. Okay, every case has one last fix to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument, or how to make right to manga. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the order of events in the case in form of a comic book, not manga. This production is merely how to make imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. So okay, it's just a flipping manga. Oh man, I think I said to myself how to script it. I don't care. Oh man, it's so low. But really, it actually, whatever. Why does everyone just blame me?
We will never give up.
Like, if you're the closing argument, they should blame the person who you're flipping. Like, like, second time. I'm sure I'll ever care. Oh, here it is. Becky's got it now. Fine. I don't want black. Could use the marker. I don't know. Again, which one of those is first big thing? This is, I don't know which one. Even during the blackout, blackout entrance. I don't know. I seriously don't know like, which way we're supposed to do it. I don't know. What is it? No, can I just have I don't get it anymore.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started.
That second fucking like stack of them just made no sense for me.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
I still think Byakuya's a bit too nice in this game. I think that's why he died.
Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage.
Yep.
Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m.
Yep. What's the air conditioning?
The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming.
That's just convenient.
That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand.
Clever.
They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen.
Okay.
They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand.
Yeah, right in plain sight.
The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it.
Okay.
With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall.
Okay.
Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime. Especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
I mostly hated that flipping closed argument so much. I hate the closed argument in this game much more than I hated the last game ones.
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill...
It seems this is the end.
Please give me that something like 0 points on the last one. A B. Okay. This one's not so forgiving.
It looks like your argument has come to a close.
Of course it's going to a close, my camera. Damn it, the headset fell off.
Whoops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate?
Probably.
Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time!
Okay.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
What, in 10 seconds or 20 seconds?
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Okay.
Such heart-pounding excitement!
Oh god.
Correct! Yahoo!
That's right. This time the blackened responsible for killing Bureaucrat Ogami is Teruto Hanamura.
No.
Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you sure a ounce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But why? Why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake, I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagato from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? Nagato, what did you do? I spent all morning in the dining in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laugh the other night, and when I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nato in the middle of cleaning dust, putting the knife under the table. Cleaning duty, putting the knife under. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he...
You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught.
What?
Being caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? Why are you scheming? I plan to kill someone, of course. Terra, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter, I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see, so that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not at all. This isn't my survival. I just want to kill to start, the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here, that's why. I want to be of good use to them. I love all of the Ultimates and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why. I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
But what is... I don't understand at all.
See?
So isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you will become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everyone's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Are you kidding? Don't tell me you're actually serious.
Man.
But you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way!
There's nothing wrong with you. Really, do you think so? Do you really think there's nothing wrong with me, of all people? Have you seen the others?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? Now, so what is the meaning of this? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about this story at all.
See?
You see, if you have a favourite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level.
Amazing!
It's amazing to me that people as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great!
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation, so your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it. You're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you trying to basically... Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as someone killing for fun, but I guess it looks the same in your eyes. I have no intent of surviving and leaving you all to die. Why? You don't mind when Toto discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
Or perhaps that was your intention. That was intentional too.
So...
Like I said, wanted to involve us in the killer game, plus it would be better for him if the mystery was more complex. That's why you blatantly revealed your plan to Toto. You expect to pique Toto's curiosity, and you look forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right, it's true, I'm always looking forward to that. But then Byakuya has to go jump in the way, and then then I can become the stepping stone to your futures. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I just casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it.
Hey!
This dude, he's seriously that shit crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know.
However...
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead? I didn't know. Because Naruto was the one who was supposed to take the knife. That's why I aimed in for us to die and skewer there. Why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito Kameda. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife, and then in place of Nagito...
Nope.
I don't think that's it. Huh?
Perhaps.
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito. Yeah, he did say he wouldn't let a single one of us become a victim.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
I will guide you all, that much I promise. Could it be in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. And that someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito, even though he was trying to take the knife. I see, Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet, I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be? You know Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail.
Someone like me?
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. That's why I decided to help Teruteru. Why? Why? Well, because Teruteru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. My favourite word in the world. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teruteru. What do you mean confirm? Just stop it already.
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I empathized with Teruteru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know. If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
In order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teruteru?
Man.
In the end, my help wasn't enough, and this turned out to be a bad ending for Teruteru. But you should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain.
Great!
You will become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else, so their hope can grow even more stronger.
Impossible!
Sacrifice?
Shut up! Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey!
Hey, is it really okay for us to just leave this crazy alone with like this? I'm not saying swear words. Is it better if we just flipping kill him off?
Yeah!
Kill? You said kill. High school students are so violent these days. But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito, it's Teruteru.
What's the matter?
Oh, you didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? If the blackened killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait!
A fun punishment? Oh, I gotta say that. Fun?
No.
It has the word fun in it. It can't be that at all. That was the... How should I put it? An accident? An act of self-defense, not intentional? I feel it's possible it's not my fault. It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. Murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathy, judgment, extenuation, circumstances, or maybe even probation? I don't accept any of those claims. That's not.
Hey!
Saving you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so.
Why you?
Be honest, after learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right?
Wrong!
You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. It's true. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everyone else to survive, right? Just to be honest already, at least in the end.
No.
That is...
Terror?
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me.
Why did you try to commit murder? Answer me, Terror. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Now that's what sounds so dramatic. Because she's waiting for me. Really? Okay, fine. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate, hopes we can cut me and come home. Of course.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right?
The fake ships, they just photocopied the thing.
So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already. I know that already.
I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mom is waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Okay. I didn't really get. I was tempted to hold down circle, but I had to. I don't care. but if you were if we were told our memories were stolen, that several years had passed since our first day, then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom, who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said?
Damn it!
You were saying all along it's okay, I never believed something like that. But so why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure that I still have a place to call home. Terror, you. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not that Terror didn't believe it. He believed it more than anyone else here. That's why he kept denying it, because he believed it. He needed to deny it. Damn it! If I only knew how he felt, something like this never would have happened. I wanted to confirm by any means necessary that I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was going to kill someone if I left him alone. That's why.
Fine.
So you wanted to kill first.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you guys. It doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it's just the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byaku instead of Nagito. Man, that was a big screw up. I
think I'm the one who went crazy.
Terry. I see. Interesting, but as far as motives to kill are concerned, waiting to see your mom is so boring. Well, so it seems there's no point in basking in the afterglow to let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't!
No, you can't. I'm fed up.
Jeez, get out of my way! Well now.
Now that the annoying little sister has been dealt with, let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a sec. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore. Just at least.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment
for Teru Hanamura, the ultimate killer.
Hey!
Call me chef. No way. That's not what I. Please tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura diner tomorrow.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Makura, you are very heartless, and I don't. And I agree with you. I don't get
lies. I won't believe this.
I won't believe it.
Mama!
Okay, Malcolm, execute him now. Well, I just sometimes made that Malcolm was tried to look a bit too CGI. Character has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. This thing's a bit similar to the first execution of the first game. Okay, deep fried Terra. Of course. Is there an attack helicopter? What the hell is that? Wait, is that... I can't flower. He's going to actually deep fry, isn't he? What? This spotting isn't. Okay, I found there's a volcano. Oh, he's actually he's deep frying him in the foot of the volcano. Well, I know like what happened to like flipping every single one of these people. So watch the flipping animate. I know
extreme!
Yeah, extreme! Dude, that adrenaline is rushing through me. Terror?
Damn it!
Are you flipping?
How cruel!
Why did you do something so cruel?
What?
Didn't you learn when you were in elementary school? If you badmouth someone, the teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you badmouth to read it to you in front of the class.
No.
When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be badmouthed. The same applies to murder.
What are you saying?
You're the one who drove him to it. So cruel. This is just too cruel.
Nice!
Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules, and this is the killing rule, after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. Huh? I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? You mentioned the motive. Didn't you also promise something? However, there's a catch. Don't tell me. Don't tell me the catch is. Figured it out, yes? That's right, you guys have to kill each other! That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing a penny for your thoughts and a murder for your memory. Why did you tell Toto about his... Why didn't you tell Toto about his mother or his diner? He had a right to know.
You...
Yeah, us too. We all have a right to know.
Bastard!
Hey, hurry up and tell us. What do you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Yeah, I did promise to return your school memories after the killing began. You're gonna do it, but telling them is kind of... Well, I never told you guys I'd do it. I'll tell you right away.
What?
Not fair.
That's not fair.
Of course.
Of course, I'm keeping my promise to return your memories someday. But it's still not clear whether that someday will actually be. He did say. Let's excuse myself as well. There's something that I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck?
So cool!
That's not fair. They both ran away.
Then...
Makuma had us wrapped around his finger after all.
Stupid!
Toto, you stupid.
Such despair.
An ending like this is just full of despair. A serious, tragic despair. But still, at times like this, as the symbols of hope you guys need to keep doing your best.
You.
Why are you smiling? How can you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on, I'm sad too, you know. Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all, you ultimates who inspire hope in your splendid talents. There's no way I can be happy when we've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't you say creepy shit. I'll flipping kill you. Please kill me anytime.
What?
If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone.
Someone like me.
And if absolute hope can be born from that, then my life is nothing special. How messed up are you?
Hey.
However, if you're going to kill me, make sure you disguise it with me. Discuss with me beforehand, okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big of a deal. If you're students of Hope's Academy, if you're the symbols of hope who possess the chosen talent, then it shouldn't matter to you guys at all if I cooperate with the killer, right? Declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer.
Hey!
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants us to think it's better for us not to kill him. Well, I don't mind what you think of me. It's in actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
This is exciting!
Mostly, I just want to watch everyone destroy all the despair that comes from you, one after the other. Just kidding.
You piss me off.
Can I punch her? I just won't be satisfied till I punch her. Fine. Let's stop this already. it's just going to be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him.
What?
Even Hajime hates me now. That's sad. The internet's sad now.
How
the internet
unfortunate.
ships us so much, Hajime. That stings. I feel you and I were quite similar in the way that we both admired Hope's Peak. And it's amazing, Ultimate Student. What does that mean?
Isn't that right?
You hold a special feeling towards Hope's Peak Academy just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you, but we are in the same category.
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Like him has said it himself, we don't know anything about each other's true nature. No, if it's true that our school memories were stolen, isn't it's the same as not knowing our true selves too. Especially for you, right? So we can't even remember what his talent is. Okay, please feel free to punch him. No, don't.
Wait!
Hold on.
Please stop!
No. Please stop this at once. Nothing will come from fighting like this. There's something else that we must do for... Huh? Is that something else?
Please listen!
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There's something more important we must do, and that is leaving this shithole before more murder occurs.
Let me ask.
Which is... do our best.
You fiend.
Does everyone agree? Ignore what Sonia just said and go back to killing each other.
Well?
We must first leave here and get some rest, and then we shall all work together and do our best so we never have to come back here again. Yeah, I'm very sure everyone's going to ignore that last part.
Perhaps.
That is what I believe we must do right now.
I am sorry!
I am sorry if only I was a better motivational speaker. No, that really touched my heart. Of course it touched your heart. Didn't touch mine. You're totally right. That what we need to do right now is do our best. Man, you really do want to get with them. That you're agreeing to stupidly impossible things like that. If we do our best, it's definitely going to pay off, right?
Yes.
It's not. Yes, that is right.
Like...
But what do we have to do? What do we have to work hard at? I don't know, but we must do our best. Jeez, I don't get you at all. Are you some kind of moron?
Well?
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is what you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best. So let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again. Again, I think people just ignore the don't kill part.
But...
It's scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagato said.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, I don't know what you're talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Very well, even if we are not able to change the future, I guess I shall at least change my tomorrow. But tomorrow is the future. Damn fiend, I won't give up until the very end. And I won't die in vain. I'll give my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul and fight to the very end. I will go Super Saiyan 5. Yeah, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. But my game is that do our best. We keep using that phrase over and over again. It's like I'm still very curious about that flipping just iPhone, like that tablet or iPhone that's just on the flipping wall over there. Like I'm wondering, are those like just folders, or did they just get a terrible background? Over and over again. Even though we knew they were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it. And we continued to say it over and over again without stopping. Thus, the curtain had fallen upon the class trial where Byakuya and Teru were sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island, and Nagito decided that he had a little bit of life to live, and then he would try and die again. And then the whole cycle could continue again until he was just 6, or something. Probably 6, like the last game ended with 6. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. Why? After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. I gave up, got out of bed and began walking around the hotel grounds for no real reason. I just spotted hidden Monikumas. After not doing much of anything, I dully looked up at the sky. Just like before, there it was the night sky brimming with stars. Stars that looked like they were about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow. As I looked up at such a beautiful night sky, I can go anywhere. That thought crossed my mind for some reason. This sky is connected to anywhere, even to my daily life. That's why I might be able to go home. That's why I'm definitely going to go home. That's when it happened. As I stared up at the night sky, I felt a strange convergence of sensation. And then, while I continued to stare at the night sky, I felt my entire body stiffen with that sensation. Isn't this?
Is someone watching me?
Oh yeah, the sensation is similar. What? 19 days. Okay. Chapter 1, Destination Despair, End. 3 hours. I spent 3 hours of my flipping life doing this. Great. To be continued in like 20 seconds. Please, give me the flipping gift. Same present. You got 3-star badge. Present. You got wooden stick. Why did I get a wooden stick?
For a long time, humans have been taught that if you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything.
Is that Makoto?
Even if we weren't told this directly, you'd know it just by looking at the world around us.
I think that's Makoto.
The internet, TV, and newspapers are overflowing with hopeful messages that say exactly that.
Isn't Makoto or Nagito, like, they sound very similar.
But people who can't win, people who don't try to win, people who try their best and still can't win.
Like, in some ways, they sound like the same voice actor, unless they are.
They are all worthless trash.
No, it's not exactly.
There are 2 kinds of people in this world. Those who are born with worth, and everybody else. No matter how hard a lowly human tries, they will never be the same as someone who was born worthy. They say that effort breeds success, but that's a complete lie. The world is not that accommodating.
Yep.
No matter how hard a small dog tries, it will never become a large dog. No matter how much a penguin tries, there's no way it will ever soar through the sky. Which means, unworthy humans will never become worthy, no matter what they do. People with talent don't become talented. They're just born with their abilities right from the start.
Yep.
That's right. Just like you guys. That's why I have so much respect for you all. Just so you know, what I feel is different from admiration. Admiration is wishing you could be like the object of your admiration. But what I feel is not so self-serving.
how should I put it? What I feel is more pure. More like a selfless love that wants nothing in return. So, I want you guys to believe me when I say...
Can you stop moving across the screen like that?
I don't mind if you kill me. But if that happens, I want you to let me help. I don't care if the killer survives, or if everyone but the killer survives. I just want both sides. Yep, I'm really lucky. Someone as insignificant as me will be there when hope and despair collide, and unleash their energy.
Share your energy with me.
So please, let me help you. If you're planning to kill me, I would be honored to help you carry out your plan. I want you to use me as a stepping stone so everyone can shine. I want you to kill me in a way that befits...
Ah, shut up. Chapter 2. Sea and Punishment, Sin and Coconuts. Okay. Byakuya and Teruteru died just last night. An ordeal like that doesn't change the fact that I still get hungry. I learned this firsthand as I headed toward the hotel restaurant with dreary, sullen footsteps.
Oh.
How'd you mean? You're already here. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Just as I thought, the atmosphere of the restaurant is pretty gloomy. After what happened yesterday, that's to be expected. That's to be expected. Byakuya, who appointed himself as our leader, was killed, and the person who killed him was our acquaintance, Teruteru. And that acquaintance was also killed right in front of us. With experiencing something like that, it's impossible not to feel sad.
Huh?
You guys don't look so good. Your faces all look like you just attended 2 funerals in a row. I guess some people don't feel so sad. That's like what happened. Byakuya and Teruteru got killed.
I'll go!
I'm not talking to you, you ugly... No. Why are you always so mean to me?
But...
Still, I understand about Mr. Hamhands, but is there even a reason for us to be sorry about Teruteru's death?
Hey!
What the heck do you mean?
Why?
Well, he was a crazy guy who killed someone. He totally deserved to die.
Hey.
I understand how you feel, but you're going too far.
That's weird.
Is it alright to defend a killer? Are you trying to justify murder?
No.
No, that's not my intention. But
Hey!
you gotta hate him more than ever. You gotta hate him from the bottom of your heart. He's a stupid piece of trash who committed the lowest crime possible. Well, he deserved to get killed. In fact, I'm rather relieved he was executed. If I could have, I would have totally spat on him too.
Jeez!
Hey, what gives? A pea brain like you have something to complain about?
It's not like that.
Why, it's not that, but
Smells.
those smells, don't you think?
Huh?
Again?
It can't be.
Don't tell me, that'll be another dead body. No, it's not the smell of blood this time. It smells really bad. It smells bad? It's kind of like how a bar or nightclub smells after closing time, you see.
Hey!
I don't know who smells you. I don't know who smells you. You must have had a pretty rough life.
Now that you mention it.
Now that you mention it, I do smell something. It's like a sewer or rotting garbage.
I got it!
I know what it is. Nakamura's breath probably stinks. You've got me there. She didn't say nothing remotely funny just now. Oh, he's the type of person to laugh it off. Okay. It's not neck and mat. This is something coming from. You're here, okay?
Whoa!
Well, it's true. Yoko, you reek.
What did you do to me?
A rotten smell stings my eye as if a demonic eclipse is about to commence. I would feel bad for them, but they're so mean to everyone.
Oh my!
Oh, she's crying.
Hey!
I said it before, you guys are really insensitive. We're just pointing out stuff.
That was close.
No, it actually doesn't smell that bad. I mean, as long as I breathe from my mouth. I could agree with these people much more. I don't like Mahuru anymore, Mahuru.
Like?
Who's fucking standing up for the idiot. Are you even taking baths? No? You haven't bathed? Why do you smell like fucking shit? Ugh. I can't help it. I tried. I can't tie my kimono sash by myself. How have you gone your entire... How?
Hey!
Hey, Hiyoko. You don't have to cry so much. I'll tie your sash for you, okay? Really? I can only tie a simple knot, but if that's okay with you, I can teach you.
Yay!
This is great. Okay. I love you, Mahu. I'll give you a kiss. Hey, Hiyoko, you don't have to hug me.
It appears you cannot escape.
She appears to have taken a liking to you. Welcome to what? That. Definitely not so tempting. I was not going to say what the flip. That sounds so wrong. Well, I guess it's better than being that wrong. Sounds so wrong. If like I read in my flipping head and I was just thinking, no, I'm not saying that. If I was all by myself, I probably wouldn't have been able to put my feelings aside and move on like this. Guess I have these guys to thank. Where the hell's Nagito? We need to talk to Nagito. Anyway, what happened to Furihiko and Nagito? Did Furihiko actually kill Nagito? Yeah, it was all, yeah. Did you not hear the body discovery announcement? No, I was ignoring Furihiko. Who doesn't? It seems they are both not here. Is Furihiko stabbing Nagito as we speak? Probably. Now that you mention it, you're right. I saw Furihiko earlier near the hotel. I invited him to breakfast, but he declined. Well, that's just Furihiko being Furihiko, but...
Huh?
Who cares about Nagito? I care. He is cursed, a child who summons misfortune, so to speak. Well, that may be, but... Just letting you know, I don't know anything.
I have no idea!
Without hesitating, I don't know anything about Nagito at all. You tied him up, didn't you?
That's right!
He's right, let's just forget about all that creep already. You guys tied him up, didn't you?
Huh?
They're obviously acting suspicious, aren't they?
Of course not!
I'm not suspicious.
Impossible!
That's right, I'm not suspicious either.
What's the matter?
What's up? Did someone get kidnapped or something? You came just at the right time. Oh, at the right time? I've never usually done that. No, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but you must have yearned for me. Your outlook on life has changed due to my cuteness, your bodies can't stand to live without me. I can't help myself, you know. My body reacts to Monokuma on its own.
No.
Something like that.
Stupid.
Who cares about that? Dude, just hurry up and tell us why you're here.
actually...
To be honest, I'm certain my valuable servant has disappeared. Servant.
What the hell?
You know, my minor beast. One of them just disappeared. Oh, one of the minor beasts disappeared. Maybe I cut back on the casting there. I've definitely too much. Perhaps they're boycotting me.
Let me tell you this.
But that guy is the weakest of the League of Four. How shameful for a minor beast to lose to a mere human. That's what you want to say, right?
Nature, the collective
Well,
will
this
of
is
the world.
merely the prelude. The climax will occur soon enough.
Burn in the fires of
then.
pandemonium!
Now then, let me hear your scream. I shall make such sweet music for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Gundam, you should stop playing with that stuffed animal.
My entire
existence! I'm still being called a stuffed animal. Oh well, it looks like you guys don't know anything about Mono Beast either. Then it's a waste of time for me to worry about it. I don't want to go balls and worrying too much.
Okay.
A wise cat but once said, our eyes are on the front so we can't keep moving forward. So we can keep moving forward. I saw like it said that. Said those familiar sounding words to us. Once again, he disappeared.
No way.
Hey, what do you think he meant just now? He said something about a minor beast disappearing. The only possibility I can think of is, were you in the middle of something? If so, I can just come back later. Then leave.
Yeah!
Please ask me to leave kindly.
Hey.
Before you leave, I want to ask you something. Did you have anything to do with that? With the disappearing minor beast? Oh yes, that's right. I'm the one who defeated that minor beast. Yeah, I don't believe that one bit. You did?
You serious?
Defeated a minor beast like that. How the hell did something like you pull that off? I'll talk about that in more detail in a different mode anyway. In a different mode. Dad, I'm not playing the different modes. I'll do those in like separate. I'm playing through all the games, but I'll do like all of the modes and everything. Like just like I want to get Danganronpa story going. I don't want to go through all the modes and everything. Different modes. Anyway, I've released the bridge gate for you all.
Hey.
If the gate is open, that means we can go to the new island across the bridge, right? Is that true? That's totally true. Now that you all can go to more areas, let's all get along and live a fun life together for sure this time.
Love.
Living together on this island isn't that important. We need to find a way to escape. Of course, escaping from this island is our main goal.
Huh? Why, you...
Nobody wants to live in a swashbuckling Hollywood-type action film. I want to live a life where I can be more average, a life where nothing happens. That's better for me.
Alright!
Right, if you find anything that can be salvaged for boat parts, let me know immediately. It seems that everyone's united on a path that's different from what I had planned.
Now then, let us begin!
Then let's disperse. The time has come to release the cursed seal.
Alright!
Alright. Let's find a way to leave this island. I can't decide a voice for that character ever. This is impossible. Living the island is no longer possible. No longer possible? Hey, what do you mean? What does that mean?
Hey!
It has to be. Just leave that figure alone already. After all, she's the same as my Kimith. It's better if you don't get that close to her. You're right. It seems everyone's attention has shifted towards exploring the new island. That's what I'm expecting to find something that'll help us escape this situation. Everyone Filled out filed out address. Okay. Let's just put them top of my head. I know I should go find some clues too. You promised you would tie my kimono sash.
Hey!
We can do that after we finish exploring the new island. But if I don't hurry up and go take a breath of the stuff, they'll me sweating again. They're gonna bully me. You bully everyone.
Yeah.
Okay then, and let's take a little shower first.
Yay!
Yeah, we're gonna watch it.
Huh?
Watch it. What?
Hey.
Hold on, I don't think it's a good idea for me to go in too. No, we're both. No, I have to. There you go.
Let's go!
I get pulled Maru's hand, smiling like a child before at school, kept headed towards the cottage. Watch each other. I see, watch each other. Okay, well, time to explore this new island. I'm not trying to find. Okay, so I'm in chapter 2 though. But it looks like it could be Monokuma's flipping anywhere. I hate that I missed that 5th Monokuma. Well, there's 4 every chapter. I would see. Is that Monokuma like in a house or something? Like, was it in one of the houses? I know there was one in Byakuya's house, but like, you had to go in there. Oh. Let's go. Okay. Okay. I was right. Okay. I'm saving this. Oh wait. Okay, I didn't have it. Okay. Oh man, there's so many steps. Well, that will be the end for this episode. Goodbye for now, Danganronpa fans. I'll see you all when I decide to continue.